Hello. Today, Chris and I are talking about the Perfect Pickle. We were having
Sorry, I didn't think about it.
we were having a conversation about this a little while ago, and we were thinking like this would be a great topic for a video. What goes into making the perfect pickle?
Yeah.
I think we had some interesting points on it. I think we're pretty qualified to talk about pickle perfection and what the best possible pickle is. And one of the first things that came into mind was, well, first, how we were going to categorize this. And we thought there's a lot of different pickles out there, there's a lot of different preferences, so we're sticking with like baby dill. We have a jar of Bix baby dill with us today. And so yeah, we'll be focusing on the baby dill variety of pickle, using Bix as our standard. Yeah, okay. The first thing we want to talk about is what we think the perfect crunch ratio is. So Chris, why don't you explain to the people what crunch ratio is?
Glad you asked, Ben. So a 100% crunch ratio would be something like a standard cucumber that you would buy at your local grocery store. And then from the crunchiness rating, you can go down, which would be pickling.
Yes, yeah. So the more juice that the cucumber intakes, the more pickle juice that is sucked in.
It softens it up.
It softens it up. You know, the longer your pickle is being pickled, the softer and squishier it gets. So an 80%, we're gonna throw up a little graphic there, an 80% crunch ratio is the perfect amount of crunch per pickle. Okay. And we were also discussing like, what do you prefer, the garlic or the non-garlic variety?
Garlic for sure.
Yeah, I would definitely take garlic.
If anything, kosher.
Kosher, okay.
Kosher salt added to it.
So yeah, we want an 80% crunch ratio. You want to get garlic. And what were some of the other things that we discussed? Like we were discussing colorization.
We were discussing? You said we were disgusting.
Okay. Disgusting. One of the other things that we were discussing was the color. What color? Like how to tell. This is kind of attached to crunch ratio, but you can kind of get a good sense for how soft or how flavorful a pickle is going to be based on the color of the pickle.
Darker color, softer pickle.
Yeah. Well, I find it to be different, actually.
Really?
Yeah, okay. We'll edit that out, because I'm 100% positive that the darker part of the pickle is crunchier.
What?
Yeah.
No, dude.
Yeah, hang on. Let me grab. All right. I'm stepping.
This is live.
I'm stepping off camera to grab my jar of pickles. I'm telling you, guy.
No.
I'm telling you, the darker part of the pickle is the softer. I'm just gonna stick my finger in there like an animal.
Wrong.
Okay. Right. So
now take a bite of the hard, crunchy side, which is the bright.
You see how much give that had? Look at this. Zoom in, cameraman.
You can
look. I'm not even breaking into it.
That's fair.
Listen to this. Like no crunch. Listen to this. That was a pretty audible crunch.
It's so much harder. This is like a magician trying to show you his tricks. I call bogus.
I hadn't realized there'd be conflict this quick into the pickle discussion.
It's because you got different pickles than me.
What do we have? What do I have here?
Literally the same, with less salt. I'm not full salt, baby.
All right, so this is a baby dill. Okay, I'll give the same force.
Fuck. I got pickle juice everywhere.
I'm gonna give you the same force on the lighter side of the pickle as I
think we should do it at the same time.
Ready? That was okay.
That's got crunch.
That's got a good crunch.
That's 75%.
That was less.
Was it?
When I was biting into that, I could tell that was like a 62.5% crunch ratio.
Okay.
Watch this back end though. The darker part of the pickle.
It sounds all the same.
No, dude, that was like an 87%.
What?
That was like an 87% crunch ratio.
Craig?
Greg.
We need your opinion.
Stand up again.
Okay.
All right, so we need you to be the impartial ear here. I'm gonna bite into the lighter. Chris and I are having a disagreement on what side of the pickle has louder crunch. I am insistent that the darker side of the pickle.
Darker side squishy.
No, darker side has more crunch.
I have literally no idea.
Craig doesn't eat pickles, so he's gonna. All right, I'm gonna give the same. This is in the interest of science, so I'm not gonna cheat here. but I'm gonna give the same force of bite on the light side of the pickle, and then you tell me if the light or dark side of the pickle has a louder crunch. Ready?
Okay.
That was a good bite too.
That was good bite. That was pretty soft.
That sounded like a pretty good crunch.
Ready?
I gotta go with the second side there.
All right, we have an impartial opinion now. The dark.
Watch this, Lise. You can actually pinpoint the second when his heart rips in half.
I gotta go with the second side.
I seem to be wrong.
The darker side of the pickle is the crunchy part of the
Also,
pickle.
I gotta tell you though, I don't give a fuck, so. But I would say
Fair.
the second side.
Damn. Well, now I gotta fucking test this for myself.
This went from being a pickle discussion to a pickle eating tutorial.
Cool. Do you eat it dark side to light side?
There's an ASMR video too.
Oh my god. That actually is a thing. Hold on, you need both. It's not ASMR without two.
See those? You got some good base crunch in there too, like the after crunch when
Yeah.
you're chewing it.
Yeah, you can kind of tell. That's really when you can tell the percentage.
What would you give that? What crunch ratio would that be?
That was like 60.
60.
It's pretty soft.
Pretty soft. Okay.
Well, I'll be damned. I was wrong.
Yeah. So I don't know what to tell you, bud.
That was like 50.
There we go. We had a whole video planned. No, we didn't. We had a whole video planned, and it got completely derailed because
We didn't buy any
somebody didn't do their research beforehand on what side of the pickle was crunchier or softer. If you leave a pickle in pickle juice long enough, I feel like it would just turn all white eventually.
Yeah. And the juice would be all green.
Yeah.
You can see the... I don't really know where I'm going with this.
I completely understand. I just want to see. I just want you to. I was gonna let you finish your thought.
No, I had no thought. No.
I had no thought.
There, I was not thinking it. I was just seeing what you thought.
This is like a 20% crunch ratio. There's so much squish in this pickle.
Yeah. You would have said what? 20%?
I would give that a 20%.
20.
Your end was darker, so your end probably.
That was
had-
like a 40. I would have said 40. That's fair.
All right, so what have we gathered from this video? You want to find darker pickles.
No, whiter. We went over this.
No.
Oh, wait, yeah.
You want darker pickles with an 80% crunch ratio. The greener the better. As far as baby dills go, you're probably fine with garlic. Pick kosher or lower salt percentage as you please.
Fuck lower salt.
I would say if you're serious about pickles, you suck it up and you take as much salt as you can. If you're an casual,
Like one of those sweet pickles kind of boys.
yeah, if you're a sweet pickle kind of guy, then yeah, you can have less salt. You know, I don't want to make anybody feel bad about their pickle preference, but let's be real, you're not serious about pickles
If you
unless
don't
you're...
eat pickles, fuck you.